This video is brought to you by my store at Amazon.com. Yes, go there, find all the groovy stuff that I'm messing around with, tools, all that fun stuff. It's in the link in the doobly-doo, AirborneSurfer.com/Amazon. Greetings, programs. Atari here, you there, and I am waiting on some parts right now, so I thought it'd be a good time to answer some of your comments. Setting up a tiny OLED screen with RetroPie, Chris Tinley says, "Me so horny." Everything you want is on this channel, buddy. What's inside an Xbox 360 rechargeable battery? JDS12451 says, as for rechargeable Inteloops, it seems probably time to replace my regular AA rechargeable Energizer batteries. It depends on the chemistry of the batteries. If the Energizers are nickel metal hydride, which they should be, it's probably not going to make much of a difference. It just depends on the capacity rating of the battery. But just double check. The point of the video is that nickel metal hydride batteries, whether they're Inaloop or IKEA or whatever brand they happen to have on them, if they are made in Japan, they come out of one factory. It's the one Panasonic factory that's still in Japan that makes those batteries. Everybody else is moved over to China. The capacity ratings are going to be very similar to the equivalent Inaloop batteries, and that it just is based on who actually does the capacity testing. Whether it's Energizer doing that testing or whether it is IKEA doing that testing, which I don't think they actually do, they third party it, or it's Inaloop or Sanyo or Panasonic or whoever. The point is, it is essentially the same battery. So check your batteries. If they are nickel metal hydride made in Japan, it's not going to matter. How to read hexadecimal. Wow, man, Tex is nicely done. Well, thank you, buddy. I try to make it approachable. Let's see, repairing a JBL speaker. Andres Santos says, muchas gracias. Saludos desde la Ciudad de México. Mucho gusto. Y gracias para su, ¿cómo se dice comment? I don't know. My Spanish is very rusty. And my wife's Cuban. Who knows? 2XL teardown. Z Foxfire says, my childhood. Mine too, buddy. Upgrading a 3DS XL. Drago says it worked perfectly. Thanks for the tutorial. You're a lifesaver. I do what I can, friend. I do what I can. IKEA batteries. Tinelu Vander Elskin asks, is there any more difference than just capacity? Really, no. They're essentially the same battery. The capacity difference is actually kind of negligible. Fixing the Robo 3D broken printer bed. Pile of Stuff says, I don't think I've ever seen a printer like that. One cool retro look to it. And were those drawer slides on the old Y-axis? Yes. That printer was actually like the prototype, like the Kickstarter prototype for what became the Robo 3D R1. It was developed early on in the world of 3D printing. It was one of the very few 3D printers on the market at the time. I want to say it was like 2013-ish. But it was built to a price, and it was built trying to, you know, the technology was very new, so a lot of the things that we know and love today, like the self-leveling beds with the little thumb screws and the nice belt-driven with the bearings and all that stuff, that's all new relative to that design. So it's interesting as kind of a piece of history. That was an old video that I had sitting on the back burner, so I finally did put it together. I finally did edit it and threw something out there with those assets. So that's really what that video was more about, was just kind of just getting some stuff off my hard drives. But it was a good printer. It was a great printer for a while. It was very finicky, as a lot of the early printers are. You know, it had its place in history as one of the early 3D printers available in the US marketplace. And that's kind of where it is. I did some upgrades to it. I've done a lot of upgrades to it. All my 3D printer upgrade videos are pretty much on that printer. And you can see those in Misadventures in 3D Printing, that playlist somewhere around here. Well, that is all I have for today. Thank you for watching. In the meantime, check me out on social media. Twitter is where you can connect with me and talk about stupid stuff. Instagram, you can get like behind-the-scenes stuff and stuff in progress like this monstrosity right here. Coming to Twitch, I have a soft launch of 2 new series concepts, live shows Wednesday and Friday evenings. Check those out on twitch.tv/AirborneSurfer. And in the meantime, my name is Atari, and until next time, remember, it's okay. It's just a prototype. Rally ho, y'all.